Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. Today we're looking at a newer Girsan. It's an improved model over the original. Girsan is known for making budget-friendly handguns. They make reproduced guns at a lower cost. A lot of people love them. They've also been known to be reliable, so they have a wonderful reputation. Imported by EAA, and in 2023, early on, they released their Girsan Witness 2311. And it was their introduction to the 2011, but at a much lower cost. And once again, people love that. Who wouldn't? And it was a very nice handgun. However, this is a remake. It's different. It is much improved. And I came up with 10 improvements. And the first one, I don't even need to open the case because that is the first improvement. This big, nice case. All right? So that's the first thing. But let's get to the gun. And here it is. This is a Girsan Witness 2311 Match S for steel frame. Check that out. It is much improved. Very much improved. And we're going to talk about it. But this is what you get in the case. You have two layers here. And over here is the paperwork. Here's a wrap that goes around the grip, imported by EAA. There's the lock, the paperwork, the factory shooting. Let's see how this guy did. Not bad. It says at 15 meters offhand. So that's pretty good shooting. That guy, I'm sure he shoots a lot of guns. But anyhow, we want to take notice of that little wrench right there. I'm going to explain that. But a second improvement they made over the Witness 2311 are the magazines. Now this is a 17 round mag. The original came with two 17. This one actually comes with a 17 and a 20 round mag, and it looks like that. Give me more magazine capacity. Well, you're getting it with the 2311 Match. All right, 20 rounds and 17 round mags. Another thing is that they have a different rear sight. Now, if you go with an optic, you have to take it off. But this is what it looks like. It's a different rear sight. It's a fully adjustable rear sight. You can see the adjustments on there. It's a little nicer rear sight. A lot of people, they don't want optics. They say, you know what, I don't want anything to do with them. Other people want them. I think a 2011 deserves an optic, or a 2311, however you want to say it. I think it deserves an optic, but, you know, to each their own. That's just how we have to do it in the gun world because there's a lot going on here. Another thing that's different is the color scheme. Okay, I'm getting to the more important things, but this is a tungsten gray steel frame. Check that out. I think it looks cool. The polymer grip is all throughout wrapped. Nice texturing. A flared magwell. Love flared magwells. All right, so long as it doesn't interfere with the grip itself, that provides a nice base. It just gives you something for the lower part of the fingers to rest on. Even the palm grips it. It's just a nice overall feel. I like the way it looks, and I think that's an improvement. We love beautiful guns. The other one was pretty much black on black. This has a tungsten gray, also wider serrations, front and rear serrations. They are wider. The other ones are more 1911 like. It's a little bit wider, kind of cool, and a full Picatinny rail right there. All right, and so the other one had the pick rail, 3 or 4 slots. This is full, and what does that do? It gives it a nice, stout, beefy look with that steel frame. It is just such a nice shooter. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and roll through some range footage because I want to come back and tell you more about this handgun because there is definitely more to say. So at the range, it performed great. I want to tell you, this is not a staccato. It's not a Bull Tac 4 1/4 or a Bull Armory EDC. It's not of that level. This is a budget-priced 2311, under $1,000. I'm getting at the cost. One of the greatest improvements they made is they made this a bull barrel, a bushingless bull barrel. See that? No bushing on there. It has an integrated barrel bushing. See that? The way it bevels out. That's like Ruger. Ruger does a lot of that with many of their handguns. It's called an integrated barrel bushing, and that is a bull barrel. Say, well, that doesn't look like a bull barrel. Well, it is a bull barrel, considering it's it's probably double the width around the walls of the barrel than a standard 1911 or the original Witness 2311. So that is a improvement. They call that a barrel lockup. So it locks up nice and tight. The trigger is finely tuned. They say at 4.5 pounds. I measure it anywhere between 4.25 and 4.6 with that reset right there. It's a nice trigger. It's not the greatest, but it gets the job done. And so a great trigger, you're looking at typically 2011s in the $3,000 plus range. All right, this one is not that. And you're saying, well, what is the MSRP? The MSRP is $989, and that is a phenomenal price for a 2311 with a 17 and 20 round mag. It is optic ready for a RMSC footprint, and I have a Howson 407K on there. It is a great 2011 for a great price. A Staccato is $1,500 more. All right, so that's that's at their $2,500 handgun line. Now the disassemble, because it has a bull barrel, I'm going to show you something. It has a hole on the bottom of it. And do you remember I said take note of that pin right here, that pin? You take that pin, for those who don't know this, I've been doing this for years, I think many of you have, but if you don't know, you put that pin in there, and then you drop the slide, and it will compress the spring. So you don't have any tension on the slide. So then you just take it down like any other 1911 or 23 Witness, or Witness 2311. You know, it doesn't matter. But that's how you disassemble it. This is what it looks like. It's an excellent handgun. I'm very proud to own it. I think that Girsan did a great job with it. They make another model with a comp. I just wanted this. I didn't feel the need for a comp. If I had the comp, I'm sure I'd be happy with it. But there is like zero muzzle rise with the heavy frame, the bull barrel, the nice trigger. Overall, a great handgun for a great price, under $1,000. For those who want to get into 2311s, or shall I say 2011s, like that's the common name. This is a Girsan Witness 2311 Match S. For those who want to get into it, this would be a great, I don't want to say entry level, but I want to say a nice way to go for under $1,000. I think it's phenomenal. Very stout looking, very stout feeling, excellent shooting handgun. The grip texturing is nice. It says G right there for Girsan. Heavy texture, the flat mainspring housing, ambidextrous thumb safety, easy takedown, steel sights if you go with irons. You're good to go with the Girsan Witness 2311 Match. Happy to own it. I think you would be too. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.